megawatt brain power. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
And as we get back into today's match, here's a reminder of the scores from the first toss-up round. King William High School with 50 points and Spotsylvania High School with 40 points. Now, in our category round, our teams will play 2 categories each. If the team answers all 10 questions correctly in their 1 minute allotted, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. Here are today's category choices. Teams, take a look. They are the color green, famous female film characters, the Bible, nursery rhyme trivia, and women in U.S. history. And King William, since you are in the lead, you will get first choice of category. Henry, talk it over briefly with your team members. What would you like to play first? All right, Henry, what would you like to choose?
We'll go with nursery rhymes.
All right, answer these nursery rhyme trivia questions. The first is, a diller a dollar when the 10 o'clock scholar arrives. He arrives at noon. What old King Cole had 3 of? Fiddlers. Bobby Shafto wore these on his knees. Silver buckles. What little Tom Tucker eats for supper? White bread and butter. What the Knave of Hearts stole from the Queen of Hearts? Tarts. Barber shave a pig. How many hairs will make a wig?
10.
24. Who killed Cock Robin?
Pass.
The sparrow. And that buzzer spares you. All right. Take a breather. We'll go to Spotsylvania High School. They will play their first category. It will be either the color green, famous female film characters, the Bible, or women in U.S. history. Ryan, what would you and your team like to play?
The Bible.
Answer these questions from the Bible. The first is, Jesus was raised in what faith?
Judaism.
Correct. Isaac's father was Abraham. Who was his mother?
Sarah.
Correct. What was the last plague God sent to the Egyptians?
Death of the firstborn son.
Correct. He was good with a slingshot.
David.
Correct. Who mistook the voice of Eli for the voice of God?
Pass.
Samuel. Which biblical name means light bearer?
Pass.
Lucifer. Who was thrown into the lion's den?
Daniel.
Correct. According to John, what were Jesus' last 3 words?
Pass.
It is finished. Who was King David's wife and Solomon's mother?
Pass.
Bathsheba. And your final question, who was the youngest of Jesus' disciples?
James.
Would be John. All right. Spotsylvania, the color green, famous female film characters, or women in U.S. history will be your second category.
Famous female film characters.
All right. I will name a female movie character. You name the actress who portrayed her. The first is Leanne Toohey.
Pass.
Sandra Bullock. Louise of Thelma and Louise.
Pass.
Susan Sarandon. Clarice Starling.
Pass.
Jodie Foster. Bridget Jones.
Renee Zellweger.
Correct. Julia Child.
Meryl Streep.
Correct. Princess Leia.
Oh my God. Dang, I don't remember her name. Pass.
Carrie Fisher. X-Men. Storm.
Halle Berry.
Correct. Holly Golightly.
Pass.
Audrey Hepburn. Ripley.
Pass.
Sigourney Weaver. And finally, Blanche Dubois.
Pass.
And that would be Vivian Lee from Streetcar Named Desire. All right. King William, will it be the color green or women in U.S. history for your final category, Henry?
It will be women in U.S. history.
All right. Identify the following women in U.S. history. The first is the woman who was on the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Sacagawea.
Correct. The first U.S.-born Roman Catholic saint.
Pass.
Elizabeth Seton. Led more than 300 slaves to freedom on the Underground Railroad.
Harriet Tubman.
Correct. Suffragette pictured on the $1 coin.
Susan B. Anthony.
Correct. Founder of the American Red Cross.
Clara Barton.
Correct. First American woman in space.
Sally Ride.
Correct. First woman to fly the Atlantic Ocean.
Amelia Earhart.
Correct. Founder of the Church of Christian Science.
Pass.
Mary Baker Eddy. Founder of the Girl Scouts.
Pass.
Juliette Gordon Lowe. And your final question, first woman on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Is it Sandra Day O'Connor?
Yes, it is. Good job on that. All right, teams, tough categories today, but you did a good job. Coming up, the final toss-up round, and we'll have today's winner here on Battle of the Brains.
Trivia on Battle of the Brains.
And as we head into the final round today, here are the scores right now. King William High School with 85 points and Spotsylvania High School with 80 points. And now our final toss-up round, the point score doubles to 20 points a question. Teams will lose 10 points for a wrong answer given before I finish reading the question. All right, teams, hands on your buzzers. Good luck. In 1954, he won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Name this giant of American literature who committed suicide on July 2nd, 1961 at his home in Ketchum, Idaho. That was Ernest Hemingway. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Chuck has an arrow in front of him and repeatedly turns it 50 degrees until, after making several revolutions, it is facing its original direction. How many times does he have to turn it by 50 degrees until it returns to that original orientation? He'll be spinning for a while, 36 times. She was one of the first females to graduate from Columbia with an MD degree. She became Columbia's first ever full professor of anesthesiology. Named the director of the March of Dimes, who created the newborn scoring system that bears her name. That was Virginia Apgar. Gordon Ramsay stars as the boot camp sergeant of Haute Cuisine. He yells and swears at the apprentices on what cooking show? Cody.
Hell's Kitchen.
That is correct. It is a native of Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea. Name this small egg-laying, ant-eating mammal. Ryan.
Echidna.
That is correct. This national park is 1,250 square miles of desert in California. It was designated a national monument in 1936 and a national park in 1946. Identify this park that is named for the twisted, prickly member of the agave family that grows there. Nick.
Cactus Park.
That is incorrect. Spotsylvania? It's Joshua Tree National Park. They are called warders. There are currently 35 of the warders, all ex-military personnel who guide visitors around the Tower of London. Because they got extra rations, by what popular name dating from medieval times are the warders better known? Jacob.
Beef eaters.
That is correct. It was a huge statue over 70 cubits or 100 feet tall, erected in 292 and 280 BC on an island to honor the Greek god Helios. What is the seventh wonder of the ancient world? Henry.
Is it the Colossus of Rhodes?
That is correct. He succeeded Edwin Stanton as Secretary of War, then defeated Horatio Seymour in the presidential election a year later. Corruption plagued what former general pictured on the $50 bill? Henry.
Ulysses S. Grant.
That is correct. Otto Deutsch cataloged the works of this composer who borrowed text from Faust for his song Gretchen at the Spinning Wheel. Named this Austrian composer of over 600 Lieder, whose 1828 death left his 8th symphony unfinished. Cody.
Schubert.
That is correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Find two numbers whose sum is 26 and whose product is 165. The numbers are 11 and 15. The griffin is a mythical creature. It is made up of what two animals? Cody.
Lion and eagle.
That is correct. In the television series Star Trek and the numerous movies that followed, what is the color of Mr. Spock's blood? Henry.
Is it blue?
That is incorrect. Spotsylvania. Jacob.
Green. Green?
Green is correct. This collection of web pages allows anyone to enter a particular site and view, as well as edit bits of text. Ward Cunningham created the first collection in 1995 and named them for what Hawaiian word that means quick? Ryan.
A wiki?
That is correct. Finish the lyric from the punk rock band Green Day. Wake me up when? What? Nick?
September ends.
That's correct. In the world of professional golf, there are 4 major tournaments. However, one of these 4 tournaments, which is the only one to be played at the same course each year in Augusta, Georgia. Name it. Nick?
The Masters.
Correct. Among the characters created by this man are the doctor who discovers the ex-principal, a con man who sells religion to small-town America, and a real estate salesman who flirts with nonconformism. Name this creator of Martin Aerosmith, Elmer Gantry, and George Babbitt. That's the author Sinclair Lewis. To preserve the sap in this stalk, machines or workers pull the whole plant from the ground and tie the harvested plants into bundles called beets, usually taking about 100 days from seed to harvest. We were talking about flax. That buzzer means the game is over. Quite a match today. Congratulations to both of our teams for playing so well. Let's check the final score and see who will join us in the next round here on Battle of the Brains. Spotsylvania High School, you end the match with 160 points. Congratulations to King William High School with 225 points. You are the winners today here on Battle of the Brains. Congratulations. We'll see you all in the next round. And round 1 continues. Be sure to join us when Battle of the Brains features teams from Henrico High School and St. Gertrude High School.